If you don't respect yourself or your boundaries, why should anyone else? You teach people how to treat you by what you allow, by the standards you set, and by the energy you carry. You don't ask for the treatment you deserve. You command it with your walk, with your standards, and with the fact that you don't even need to say a word. And if that makes someone uncomfortable, maybe they were just too comfortable disrespecting you. Hi guys, I'm Daria and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, this is the space where we talk about personal growth, building confidence, and freeing ourselves from things that hold us back. Today we're talking about boundaries, what they are, why they matter, and how they're deeply tied to your self-worth. We're talking about how boundaries are really just self-respect in action, because the way you protect your energy teaches the world how to treat you. Let's get into it. Chapter 1. How your life is shaped by how you treat yourself. Ever wonder why some people seem to have all the respect, love, and attention in the world while others are constantly disrespected, ignored, or mistreated? It's not magic. It's simple. People treat you exactly how you treat yourself. Do you ever find yourself letting people take advantage of your time, your energy, your presence, just to realize that no one's treating you like you matter? It's like you're giving them everything and getting nothing in return. It can feel like you're invisible, like people just don't see you. But here's the thing, the way you treat yourself is the blueprint for how everyone else will treat you. And if you don't respect yourself, why on earth would anyone else? If you have no self-respect, don't be shocked when the universe sends you people who don't respect you either. It's like a weird, unspoken magnet. What you put out is exactly what you attract. And listen, you're not a welcome mat. We're not rolling out the red carpet for people to trample over you. You're a queen who deserves better. The only thing people should be stepping on is a red carpet, and that one's for you. You weren't put on this earth to let anyone use you as their emotional punching bag. When you don't honor your worth, people will think it's okay to treat you however they please. But the only role you need to play is the one where you walk into a room and everyone forgets their lines because you stole the show. Sometimes we hold on to relationships, put up with bad behavior, or let others dictate how we feel, all because we've convinced ourselves that we don't deserve better. But here's your wake-up call. It's not about bad luck. It's about your energy. So stop allowing anyone to treat you like an extra when you're the star of the show. If you don't value your own time, don't expect anyone else to either. People mirror the energy you give yourself. Remember, you set the standard. If anyone's offering you less than what you've already given yourself, show them the door and make sure it doesn't hit them on the way out. Now let's break this down and talk about how to flip the script and make the world start treating you like the queen you already are. Chapter 2. The Power of Self-Respect. Here's the thing, you can't demand respect from others if you don't first show your self-respect. It sounds so simple, yet somehow it's the step most of us skip. We bend, shrink, adjust, then feel utterly baffled when people take us for granted. Self-respect isn't a luxury item. It's not some spotty affirmation or a Pinterest quote slapped on your mirror. It's the backbone of every interaction in your life. It's about setting boundaries, not tolerating bad behavior, and most importantly, treating yourself like someone who matters. Because if you don't, trust me, people will pick up on that and run with it. And the only thing running in your life should be your mascara when you're laughing, not crying. You know, that feeling when someone cancels on you last minute and you're left sitting there with your makeup done, your outfit flawless, and your patience running out. And they hit you with a casual, sorry, something came up. Yeah, if you keep letting that slide, you're teaching them that your time is flexible, disposable even. But when you start showing up for yourself, when you treat your time, your energy, and your presence like the VIP pass it is, suddenly people start showing up differently too. It's amazing what a little self-respect can do. Suddenly, even the emotional unavailable start texting back with punctuation. And don't you just love it when people finally treat you the way you should have been treated all along? Self-respect is like your silent PR team. It introduces you before you even say a word. When you walk into a room with it, you don't have to beg for attention. You command it, not because you're loud, but because you're clear. And let's be honest, begging isn't in your wardrobe, but confidence, that's couture. Here's an actionable lesson you could try. Start small. Say no when something doesn't feel right. Prioritize your needs without guilt. Speak to yourself the way you wish someone had when you need it most. Would you let anyone else call you lazy, unworthy, or too much? No? Then stop saying it to yourself. You wouldn't stand it if a stranger spoke to you like that. So why are you giving yourself a backstage pass to that kind of treatment? If your thoughts can't be kind, tell them they're not invited to the party. You want the world to rise to your level? Then stop stepping down to meet it where it's low. Self-respect isn't a luxury, it's a non-negotiable. Set the standard and the world will follow. And remember, diamonds don't beg to be seen. They just shine, even in silence. They sparkle like they own the room. And you should too. Chapter 3. The Reflection Principle. How you treat yourself mirrors others' behavior. Here's where it gets deep. The way you feel about yourself, how you really feel, is reflected in how others treat you. Energy doesn't lie. It's like perfume. People catch it the moment you walk into a room. And if your energy radiates like a bouquet of fresh blooms, trust me, everyone's going to want a piece of it. You ever notice how the most confident people seem to get the best treatment? They're not always the loudest or the flashiest, but they've got that presence, that silent, unshakable, I belong here kind of energy. They don't ask for permission to take up space, they just do. Think of Ella Woods in pink at Harvard. Did she walk in quietly? No. She walked in like she owned the place, and guess what? Eventually, everyone else believed it too. Self-respect and self-love aren't just things you feel on the inside. They're signals you broadcast. People don't treat you based on your track record. They treat you based on your energy. And when your energy says, I don't tolerate disrespect, I value my time, and I love myself, people will mirror that back to you. But when your energy whispers, I'm not enough, I'll settle for less, or I don't deserve better, well, unfortunately, others will respond to that too. The world doesn't define your worth. You do. So stop giving people the green light to treat you like an afterthought when you're the star of the show. The universe doesn't hand out respect on a silver platter. You've got to serve it to yourself first and make it fabulous. Start treating yourself like the leading lady, and you'll be amazed at how quickly the world catches on. Here's how you do that. You stop apologizing for existing. You speak about yourself like someone who matters, because you do. You say no without guilt. You walk into every room like you're bringing value, because you are. You don't ask for the treatment you deserve. You command it with your walk, your standards, and the fact that you don't even need to say a word. This isn't about arrogance. It's about alignment. When how you see yourself on the inside matches how you carry yourself on the outside, that's when things start to shift. That's when the magic happens. So go ahead, stand tall, speak kindly to yourself, and radiate that self-love. The world will follow your lead, just like it always does. Chapter 4. Boundaries and Self-Worth. The link to how others treat you. Let's talk about boundaries. You know, those beautiful invisible fences we put around our time, energy, and peace of mind. The ones we say we should have, but often forget to stick to. And here's the truth. Boundaries are not about keeping people out. They're about letting the right people in on your terms. See, every time you say yes to something that drains you, just to be nice or avoid conflict, you're quietly telling the world that your comfort is optional, that your peace is negotiable, and it's not. You ever had someone cancel on you last minute for the 5th time in a row, and you still smile and say, no worries, when you're really boiling inside? That's not grace. That's lack of boundaries. And the worst part, that person now thinks your time is disposable. Did you really think they'd change after the first time? Or are you just hoping they'll suddenly respect your time? If you don't respect it, why should anyone else? And let's be honest, if they can ghost you that easily, maybe they belong in the archives, not your inner circle. Here's the thing, when you start setting boundaries, people might act surprised, shocked even, especially the ones who benefit from your lack of them. But guess what? That's not your problem. That's their ego adjusting to your glow up. You're not being difficult. You're being deluxe. There's a difference. And no, saying no doesn't make you rude. It makes you real. It means you respect yourself enough to not let anyone treat you like a backup plan. Here's an actionable lesson you could try. Start small. Say no to overcommitting. Say no to guilt trapping. Say no to energy vampires who mistake your kindness for endless availability. Practice phrases like, that doesn't work for me. I'm not available for that right now. Thank you for thinking of me, but I'll have to pass this time. The more you use them, the more natural it becomes. You're not rejecting people. You're choosing yourself. Think of boundaries not as walls, but as elegant velvet ropes, like the kind outside exclusive events. They say, "You're welcome if you respect the space." You teach people how to treat you by what you allow, and when your boundaries are clear, so is your value. People may not always like it, but they will respect it. And if they don't, well, not everyone gets VIP access to your life. Keep it moving. And remember, saying no to something that dishonors your worth is actually saying yes to the life you truly deserve. So go ahead, draw your lines, hold your head high, and don't flinch. This is what self-respect looks like. Chapter 5. Self-talk. How your internal dialogue sets the tone for others. Your internal dialogue is not just background noise. It's the first voice you hear in the morning and the last one at night. And if that voice is tearing you down, questioning your worth, or whispering you're not enough, well, don't be surprised when the world starts echoing the same tune. How you speak to yourself becomes the script others follow. If you beat yourself up over every little thing, your body, your work, your past mistakes, you're setting a low bar for how others will treat you. And trust me, people will always rise to the occasion to meet that bar. And let's be real, if your first thought in the morning is, "You look like a mess," don't act shocked when others treat you like you're not the main character. You're not a side note in your life. You're the star of the show, the leading lady. Act like it. Here's the thing, calling yourself a mess, a disaster, or a walking chaos, it's not cute. It's like rolling out a red carpet and having everyone permission to walk over you in heels. When you speak about yourself like you don't matter, the world listens, and worse, they agree. Your self-talk sets the tone, not just for your mood, but your boundaries, your confidence, and your relationships. If you're always criticizing yourself, others will feel free to do the same. But when you speak to yourself like someone you love, with grace and power, people will treat you the same way. Start paying attention to those sneaky thoughts, the ones that sound like "you're lazy," or "you'll never figure this out," or worse, "why would anyone want you?" Pause, breathe, then flip the script. Try, "I'm figuring this out. I'm doing my best. I'm worthy right here, right now." It might feel awkward at first, like you're complimenting a stranger, but over time, that stranger becomes you. You wouldn't call a stranger lazy or unworthy, so why do it to yourself? You teach the world how to treat you by the way you speak to yourself. You can't expect royal treatment if you treat yourself like an afterthought. Don't wait for someone else to affirm your worth. That's an inside job. You're the one you've been waiting for. No more waiting around for the fairy tale romance to come and validate you. You're the princess, the castle, and the dragon slayer. Own it. Your relationship with yourself sets the tone for every other relationship in your life. Want more love? Love yourself. Want more respect? Speak to yourself with respect. You're not a rehearsal. You're the main event. Raise your standards, set your boundaries, speak kindly to yourself, and remember, you're worthy of all the love, respect, and softness you crave. And it all starts with how you talk to you. And if anyone tells you otherwise, tell them to take up with your higher self. She's out here living her best life. That's a wrap for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, you're the main character in your own life story, so stop letting anyone treat you like a supporting cast member. Own your role. Till next time.